Do I need more than a will? The short answer, honestly, is yes. A will says who gets what, but that's not the only question when it comes to estate planning. Estate planning is not only about what happens after your death, it's also about who's in charge of your medical decision making. You need an advance directive. Sometimes that's called a living will, which is what happens if you're on life support, making your wishes known about end-of-life decisions ahead of time, as well as a HIPAA release. Who can your doctors talk to so that your family members and loved ones can know how you're doing? It's also important to set up a financial power of attorney where you designate someone to make financial decisions, such as paying your bills or selling your home to cover medical expenses if you're incapacitated or unable to manage your own finances. And you need all of that in addition to a will. Whether you need a will and a trust is a separate question, but definitely a will alone doesn't cover all of your estate planning needs. Also, if you're a parent of young children, you'd want the guardianship completely covered. Short-term guardianship for an emergency situation. Long-term guardianship, who would raise your children? And emergency wallet cards to make sure the information about your estate plan is immediately available in an emergency. A letter to your children, a letter to their guardian, just so that they know things that you'd want them to know if your children are very young, or if a guardian would want some guidance from you about what to do and how to raise your children. That's a way to supplement just a will to make sure that everyone knows ultimately your wishes and your values that you want to pass down.